EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital and FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Hey, let's get this, get this. Watch twist, watch twist. Ready. Go. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, pop, pop. 47's the mic, boys, 47.
Now the first carry, Adrian Peterson. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Haskins on 3rd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, pop back on their heels.
This is Harris. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Ready?
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Watch twist. Two field. Watch the shit.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good. Ready?
At the 28-yard line.
Kill. Hey, Alpha. 55, my God, 55.
On second down and 4, Breeze throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas, and it's 3rd and 4. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air.
Ready?
Because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10, just missed that one.
Double up. He's coming, double up. You're good. Ready.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
Ready.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Let's go. Team spill. Kill. Quick dash. Come.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Ready. Yellow waiting. 56 is the mic.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Hatchet.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
56. Over.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Hey, 2. 56. Mike's 56.
Yeah.
28.
You don't want none.
Kill.
Mike, 56.
Here we go. Bravo. Defense.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 7 yards to go.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Kamara's got the 1st down and then some. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2nd down and goal. Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Malone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. You go tight.
This time, Haskins will look to throw. Here's a screen to Powell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Eluding the pressure right. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Set. Mike 5-4.
We own them. We own them.
Hassan. Mike 54. Mike 54.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Right there, 54, right there. Echo! Here we go, G, get off the field.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points. Start out that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves. Maybe reward their defense a little bit. Put some points on the board on this one.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 74 yards. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Lux with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Saints 7, Redskins nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden nowhere to
escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check it.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. This will complete to Jordan Reed. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check 25. Shit, watch the shit.
Hey, watch that. Check. Mike, 54. I'm coming for you, son.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins.
Let's go, baby. Pick 6 all day. Don't throw my side.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively or offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Breeze now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing Miles Breeze. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. 8 yards on the completion, but now he thinks they're down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away how to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Breeze a quick throw out to Thomas. Thomas barreling ahead. Give him 30 yards there.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Breeze. They'll buy some time right. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And now look at him go. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six. Redskins touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that.
Come on.
Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. They don't want a good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because this is exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Check three. Hey, you kill.
Again, it's Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
Ready?
And looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go. Here we go, 21. Hey, Foxtrot.
55. Watch the run.
Hey, check right. Watching the five.
Ready, take.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
11.
First down, 6.
Move.
Breeze now on first down. And Thomas has it. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown of the night. And the Saints have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Saints 14, Redskins 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this with intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Cut, go.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jim.
They run again on first down. Peterson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready. 30 base. Right there. 54 Mike.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, watch the ball.
2nd down, Haskins. And finding Davis here, the tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You better be afraid of me.
Jump. 54's Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Completes it to Davis. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th down and
1. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
7's the Mike. 47's the Mike. Now watch one. 36.
4th down. Here's Haskins. Flush to his right. They'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a 1-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The tackle made by Demario Davis. A 7-yard
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Let's go now. Here we go. Check on.
Now this time he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 23. Haskins now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. Now it's Adrian Peterson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Here we go with Haskins. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
intended for Paul Richardson. Incomplete. Janoris Jenkins on the coverage.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing now is Haskins. He gets it to Sims, complete. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Redskins, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal.
Banjo, banjo. Mike 54. Mike 54.
You ain't going nowhere.
Haskins to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take the knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Haskins. He's going to walk one deep left side here. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. We know there's already a spotlight on this rookie quarterback, an even bigger spotlight here in overtime of this game. A costly pick.
No doubt about that, but here's the key. Game's not over. He may very well get another shot at this thing, so now he's got to go to the sideline, hope his defense picks him up, and be ready to go back out there and maybe make a similar throw, hopefully successfully the next time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby. Watch the safety creep. Easy, opposite.
Hey, exit.
Here's Breeze. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it.
Let's go. Time to end it.
54. Mike, 54.
I got one. Okay. No. Off. Shit.
He's coming. We got you.
He's got the first down inside the 10. He's in the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.